Good morning, Monya and Jean. I just wanted to make this recording for you guys to tell you how proud I am. I see a really nice relationship building between the two of you through the discussion board. And I guess misery loves company, and we're all in this together. However, I don't want you to take this lesson too seriously, but yet I understand as a student, you're putting your time and energy into it, and yeah, you do take it seriously. So, and I take it seriously too as an instructor, but we don't want to forget to have some fun with it, and it sounds like you guys are. Very good. Um, okay, so I was thinking that it might be kind of fun today for me to show you some cut crystal. And here we go. This is the vase. Okay, what I'm going to do is prop this up. Oh, and I'm going to have to move my little camera, huh? Here we go. Oh, I won't go down any further. Oh, technical difficulties. This is my first time teaching online, too. So the troubleshooting and, the technical problems are my challenge as well. However, the way I usually teach is in a workshop where there's a group of students. They ask questions, I answer them. There's a follow-up. I get to see their face to make sure they hear me and or understand my answers. But we don't have that benefit. So anyway, so I thought it would be fun so you could see me and the face. More so the vase than me. Okay, so look at the vase, and I read one of the discussions for Jean. Jean said she was painting, and she wasn't. You weren't liking your painting at this point. Generally, the students do not like this vase when it's even 3/4 of the way through. However, I always call it the ugly stage. There is an ugly stage to cut crystal. Because you're painting your darkest darks, and you can see right here, beautiful. See that? That's one of your darkest darks. But if I were to change it, the moment the light changes or your viewpoint changes, the darks end up somewhere else. Now, let's say you're looking at your reference photo. Oh, by the way, Jean, the reference photo, you said it was cut off at the top without the flowers. That's the composition of my photograph, because I didn't want to be, when I teach this, I want to teach about the glass, and yeah, and that's why it's so large. So let's say you on the next round, on our next assignment, and I believe it's going to be painting this little number. You can also take a smaller sheet of paper and draw just this out and draw it out large. And you could have done that with this. However, I didn't want to throw too much at you guys on day, the first week, and make, because it sounded like you got the assignment and you were working to stretch the paper and then get the line drawing on. So the learning curve there was, I'm amazed. I'm just amazed that without me being directly there to guide you through, you guys got the paper stretched, and so that makes me feel good that, and you persevere through that. And it's going to be well worth it, I promise you, because once you learn how to paint this, I always tell my students, you can paint anything. You're going to be able to paint anything. Okay, so back to the vase and the darks. When you look at this, okay, so you see the darks could be purple, dark purple. If it was a different background where it's green or white or more light, look at, you just get all these wonderful shades of deep reds. And if it's too warm, if it's too cold, don't worry about it. Your palette is your palette, and as long as you get the darks in, you're good. Now, glazing the diamonds. Let's talk about that for a second. Glazing the diamonds. That's my favorite part. Once you have your darks down, and generally you want to make sure it's dry. And I know you guys know that. But I'm just assuming that there's a whole bunch of people out there that does it. Let's pretend like we have a large class and there's one in the back that's a newbie to watercolor. So Anyway, so you want it to be perfectly dry, and then you mix your reds, and you can mix a variety of reds. Because do you see how many different reds are in here? Yes, yes, you do. Okay, I heard you. Yes, Joyce, we see how many different reds are in there. So pinks and burgundies and you name it. You can do, just be consistent with your palette. If you have 2 reds that you're using or even 3 reds that you're using, be sure that it's used throughout. And don't say, oh, it looks more orange over here. There's a fiery little highlight that happens right here. Yeah, you can bring in a little bit more yellow into that combination of reds, or, being at 1, 2, or 3, okay? Okay, I'm going to put that down now. So that's my little tidbit for the day, and you guys are amazing. Now, I have put my cell phone number in a couple of those emails because please call me. I can answer any question just like that instead of and I know this is the online teaching thing, but having your guys' discussion, hearing what's going on between the 2 of you, and the as a class, we all have the technical issues. Is great. Keep that up. But if you have like, well, Joyce, what about I'm mixing this, but it's too green, and I really want to get back to the reds, or your question, Jean, about the reference photo, you said that you thought it was cut off at the top, and if I was there, I could have said, no, that's the composition. So it's hard on this end for me to go, okay, is there any other questions? Generally, that's what happens during a class. Any other questions? Okay, let's move on. But I don't get that luxury here, so I want to add that in. And so 415, I'm going to give you my cell number. I'll wait for you to get pencil and paper, okay? Do you have your pencil and paper? Or you can pause it. Okay, so my cell phone number is 415-860-8605. Now, the thing about my cell phone is that it's having its issues also. So it seems the battery runs out fairly quickly. So leave a message. I'll call you back, I promise. And because I'm the kind of instructor, when a question is asked in class, I'm right there. I want to make sure I'll stand on my head to make them understand, so to speak. And I'll do that for you guys too, but I feel panicked when I see a question in the online box, that, oh my gosh, that was like 2 hours ago. I should have answered it by now. So that's where all this newness and the learning curve of online teaching is, it's a challenge. But I'm so proud of you guys for hanging in there, giving each other support, and I should, I'm here to support you guys as well. Okay, but look what I have here. That is the beveled glass. There we go. Lay it that way. It's laying on its side, and there's these wonderful. Oh, this is going to be a walk in the park for you guys to paint after doing the red vase. Do you see there are a lot of beautiful teal, there's warm greens right there, cool greens right here, or cool blue, tealish kind of colors. And then over here, boy, must be what the weather lady's like when she's pointing on her board. Right here, you can see some more cools and warms. So, we will discuss this. Also, I'll wait until you guys are at that point, of course. Let's see. So I was thinking that wouldn't it be fun if the 3 of us could do some sort of conference call, Skyping, or the 3 of us could get together and just really discuss and talk, so we can open the forum that way. I'd be more than happy to do that. So let's put that in the, oh Gosh, what is that? Oh no, why did it go blank? Oh, here we go. I thought it stopped. You know, okay, so I'm going to pause it now. And in the message, what is that? The thread discussion, this discussion forum. Let's put that in there, and I'm going to type something. I'm going to start a new thread for that and say, who's available, what capability do you guys have, and we'll figure out a way. Because let's face it, in this day of you know, the way we communicate, it is possible. And then I also have my yellow vase here too. So we're going to talk about that and the fun, you know, areas in here. So there you have it. Keep painting, and when you know, if you feel another, there's going to be another wave of frustration, I'm sure, with the vase. And hang in there, have fun, and I always tell my students, once you learn how to paint this, you can paint anything. I guess, you know, I mean, it's just broken up into fun abstract shapes that you're laying down, and that's when I say don't take it too seriously, the reference photo, because I want you to drop in these fun abstract shapes, because that's you being part of this painting. Okay, good luck today, and I will start that thread now, and it's been a pleasure working with you, I guess. Okay. Talk to you soon.